Hey everyone! So today I'm going to take a break. Somebody asked me a question about books for 3 to 8-year-olds. And 3 to 8-year-olds, that is a huge range. So I'm going to break it up. 3 to 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds are kind of learning their sounds and their alphabets in America. And then between 5 and 7, they learn the beginning reading skills. And then by 8 years old, they're usually reading small chapter books like Little House on the Prairie, Charlotte's Web. So I'm going to concentrate today on books that will help you teach your kids phonetics, alphabet, sight words, repetitive rhyming words, that kind of stuff. And I'll tell you that most of these books that I'm going to tell you today are what I learned in child development is great books for preschoolers. So I would say most preschools across America will have these books. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about each book, and then I want to show you how I teach kids. And the biggest thing that I can say to you guys is that interacting with children, developing multi-senses while you're teaching is a really great skill for both you and the kids. So you need to get their actions. That's why there's a lot of, kids songs with actions out there. You want to get them speaking to you and interacting with you. You want them to hear, listen, speak. All of these things will help them grasp the concept quicker. So let's jump into the books. The first one is Chicka Chicka Boom Boom, and this is a great book for teaching the alphabet. So I'm going to show you how I would go through this book, and I'm only going to do the first page. So you would open it up, and I usually hold it like this if I'm in a classroom setting. If you're with your kid, you can hold it like this and just read it to them. But I'm going to do it like you are my class, and I am teaching you. So I would go ahead and read this. A told B and B told C, I'll meet you up at the top of the coconut tree. So then I would proceed to ask them questions. Can anyone find me the A? Good. And where is the A? The A says what? And then they would respond, ah. And then if you'd say, A says something else. What else does it say? A says A. It says its name. That's how we usually teach is it's the vowels say their name and they also say their sound. The other thing you could do is C. C is for coconut. Coconut. Do you hear the C? That's what coconut begins with. So do you see how I'm doing that? I'm interacting with them. I'm showing them how they do this. So this is a great book for alphabet. It's by Bill Martin and John Archibald. I can't pronounce that. It must be French or something. But Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. The next book is Brown Bear, What Do You See? And this is by Bill Martin again and Eric Carle. And I love these books because they're big and they're colorful. So in these, you can do a couple things. You can teach them vocabulary. You can teach them, what is this? This is a bear. And what does a bear say? It says, roar. And bears start with the letter B. And B, bears are brown. And then you can go on. This is a duck. And what does a duck say? Quack, quack. And it's yellow. So I am engaging the students. And I would go over these books many times. I wouldn't just do it once and then you're done with that book. Because what they'll do is they'll start to memorize it, but they'll also learn the vocabulary that goes with it. And then you can even concentrate on the words. So yellow duck, and then it always says, what do you see? So your kids are going to learn these 4 words if you continually do this. What do you see? And then I see a blue horse looking at me. So then you go on to the horse and then you talk about that. So do you see how I'm doing this? I'm going through the book and I'm interacting with the kids. Rhyming. Oh, here's another alphabet book. Sorry. Dr. Seuss is amazing and I love him and he's great for rhyming. This one is actually an alphabet book. So it'll say big H, little h. What begins with H? Hungry horse, hen and hat. H, 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 or you can say huh, huh, huh. Now, this is what's called a board book. These are books that are meant for babies from like 1 to 4. You know, they rip the pages or they chew on them. So you can actually get a lot of these books in not the hardcover, but in a soft cover kind of form. But Dr. Seuss has great books. Cat in the Hat, Blue Fish, Red Fish, Green Fish, One Fish, Two Fish, that book. And then there's another one called The Places I'll Go. And so you will see a lot of these, Green Eggs and Ham. So just keep Dr. Seuss in mind because he's really good. Another one that I like, this was when my daughter was little. I love this book and I loved reading it to her. And it's very rhymey and it's very rhythmic. And you can be rhythmic when you read. So this is bow to the horse, bow to the cow, twirl with the pig if you know how. And you can talk about vocabulary again. Pig, horse, cow, sheep and pig. Bounce with the bunny, strut with the duck, spin with the chickens now, cluck, cluck, cluck. Do you see how I'm doing that? So it's very rhymey and very rhythmic. It's kind of like a dance. And so I really like this book. My daughter and I used to have fun with it. And we'd actually get up and twirl and spin. And so they would learn these verbs and they would learn actions with it. So it's really fun. Another book that's really good is also by Eric Carle's The Very Hungry Caterpillar. It's kind of a classic in America. But a good thing about this is you can talk about counting. So 1 apple, 2 pears, 3 blueberries. So you can get those numbers in there as well with vocabulary. 5 oranges. You can talk about fruit and eating stuff. And then he gets really big and then he turns into a beautiful butterfly. So you can even talk science with them and have a science project if you want. So get them hands-on into, these books. The last 2 that I would say are really good are Goodnight Moon. This is a book from when I was a little girl. And it's a little bit rhymey as well, but it's just really cute. And I always used to read this, or my dad used to read this to me when I went to bed. And a comb and a brush and a bowl full of mush. So again, you're doing brush and mush, and you can talk about rhyming words with them. So just know that all of these books can be used to do it. The other one that I would say is, when I talk to you guys and tell you to practice, I'll say, listen to music, learn it, that kind of stuff. Well, reading's good for kids, and you can sit on the couch with your kid and read these books with them, snuggle with them. And this is Guess How Much I Love You. And I think this is really sweet. And it ends with saying, then lay down close by and whisper with a smile, I love you right up to the moon and back. And a lot of people in America will know that if you say, I love you to the moon and back, they've totally get that saying. So this is just a really good book as well to read with your kids, especially if you're a parent. So I hope this helps and have a good day, guys. Bye.